first floor is a tenant that's been here longer than I've owned the building. They were here when I bought it, and they're still here, and that was like 30 years ago. It's a cat association. They're like the dog thing where you register dogs. They register cats all over the world. The first floor is rented to the cat people. We live on the third floor, and the second floor, well, we have it full of stuff too. Well, you know, things come in the elevator and sometimes they never leave. I got a call one day from one of the winter Texan parks. They said, "We got this bear." I said, "Good for you." Anyway, they brought the bear down to the antique shop, and I bought it, and we sat it here getting ready to take it somewhere, and just decided, nope, that's a good spot right there. And so he's been there for about 15 years. As you look down the hallway here, this is sort of where the art starts, more or less. It's not my fault. You know, artists keep painting. If they would quit painting, I wouldn't have all this art. If you were to look in what is a period 1947 bathroom here, this is probably a bathroom with more art in it than any other bathroom in maybe the world, who knows. A lot of art in the bathroom. And this is the camera room. Let me get the lights on. I always have had a camera. I've always shot pictures, but just kept finding cameras. So I just started buying cameras. It was going to be very simple. The shelves there behind the front counters, I said, I'll just set up a little camera store and it'll be simple. We'll just have some signs, a few cameras, and it'll look like a camera shop. This is actually an aerial camera that the guys hung out of the side of the airplane and took photographs during World War II in Korea and all that. And this is not the biggest one I have. I have a bigger one. I can show you something that is really beautiful that I consider a really good find. Well, let's walk over here. This is really back towards the early 1900s. Photography was tougher then. Now you pull out your iPhone and you got a picture that's 73,000 megapixel. With this one, you would be holding some kind of flash instrument. You put the gunpowder in there and you light it and it flashes, and then you go inside, open up all this stuff, get the plate out. It's a glass plate at that point. And then you develop it and you wind up with a fairly lousy picture compared to today. But, you know, back then, cool stuff. It's all industrial design when you cut to the chase. Everything, the cameras, projectors, televisions. I mean, if we had walked up to the other end of the building where Sue's kitchen stuff is, again, it's industrial design. I've got trains in the other room, cameras in that room, and radios in this room that were all designed by the same guy. You know, that's what they did for a living. They designed things. And all of the common link here is just the industrial design, which was really cool. I mean, look at this. Geez, that is beautiful. Today, you get a little square box, plastic fan, and you throw it away next year. I mean, Art Deco, really cool. I got curious one time about the portable TVs, but, you know, the smartphone took it out. Took everything out. Took the camera out, took television out, it took everything out. Now you have a smartphone. It does everything. It can be frustrating. I came to the Valley in 1981. We got in the nursery business. Lost a lot of money in the nursery business. One of the other guys that had a nursery said, "Hey, why don't we open a video store?" And it's like, sure, what's a video? We had 9 video stores time we got done. Blockbuster threw me up against the wall and said, "Take this money or else." And so I took the money and sold them the video store, which was a good idea because video collapsed not too long after that. We buy a lot of art. We have hundreds of pieces. You know, in the second on the second floor, they are literally stacked 3, 4, 5 deep. You always try to support the artist, so we're always just keep buying. The landscape on the wall behind me there was done by an artist named Sonntag. He was a Hudson River School painter. That's from like 1892 or something like that. In the hallway there's a Jesús Helguera. Alexandre Hogue was a one of the Dallas Nine, one of the Dust Bowl painter. Mother Earth Laid Bare is one of his more famous paintings, which we were traveling through Dallas one time and the exhibit just happened to be there and I finally got to see it in person. On the wall back there's an acrylic of his called H and Y Mating, one of his calligraphic one-liners. I wrote him a letter back in the 70s after I saw one of his paintings in a book called Avalanche by Wind, which was a train going down the track with sand dunes blown over the track. I said, "Are you still alive? If you are, I'd, like to see if I could get some of your stuff." He writes back and says, "Yeah, I'm still alive. If you're through Tulsa, stop in." Turns out he was the head of the art department for the university there for years. And we went to his house, which was a modest little house. And I said, "Gee, I really would have liked to have been able to get some of your prints." And back then the prints were editions of like 15 and 20, not 3,000. So he says, "Well, hang on." He goes up to the attic. He brings down this stack of prints. So I'm sitting there wanting to talk art, and he says, "You said you redo houses in Ann Arbor. Come on, let's go out to the ranch. I want to show you something and tell me what you think." And it's like, what? You're here to talk art and you want me to go play contractor? But, most of these artists are just regular people. They just happen to paint or sculpt or whatever. We've been lucky. We've met a lot of great people over the years. I don't know. I like art. We have fun.